Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about RoboCop 2. This is a recent release from Shout Factory. This edition was a Shout Factory exclusive with artwork by Devin Whitehead and an extra poster and sticker. I'll get into that later. But RoboCop 2 came out in 1990 to a lot of fanfare. The first film is iconic. This one is not as good. Let's just be straightforward with this. A lot of people were very excited. I was still too young to know about all that, but Frank Miller, who wrote Batman Year One, and Irvin Kershner, who directed The Empire Strikes Back, directed this, so everybody was very excited. And this movie has the over-the-top insanity you expect from a RoboCop movie, but this one's more cartoony. It's still not for kids at all, but not all of it works as well, whereas the first one's completely crazy, but it all works. This one, it works generally, but there's parts that don't. It's a hit and miss, but overall, I still enjoy it. It's very entertaining. It's a guilty pleasure, but it is a step down from the original one. Another difference I noticed, too, is the iconic musical score from Basil Polidoris is not present in this one. It's a different score, and it's good. It's not bad, but the original was so iconic, so that's another step down. So there are some differences here. It's very noticeable. The plot here, it starts out with a commercial, so the commercials are still up to par. They're still crazy and funny and have some dark humor to them, so you can still appreciate that. But the movie starts out as RoboCop. Another change in tone they did. It doesn't explore his humanity as much. It's touched on a little bit, and then they get away from it. And he takes on a bad guy named Kane, who he's fine, but he's not as formidable as Clarence Boddicker was in the original, so that's another step down. So I'm making a lot of comparisons here, and so to really enjoy it, you can't compare it too much to the original one. I'm just now realizing that. But Kane... Detroit's under siege again, and OCP is mismanaging the police force, and they have their own nefarious ways goals that they want to accomplish, and, profit at all costs, regardless of whether it's right or not. That's still intact. And Dan O'Harely, who's his character is the head of OCP, he returns from the original. And here he's more of a heel than the original. And so there's this designer drug called Nuke, and everyone's hooked on, and it's really overtaking the city. And Detroit is bankrupt, and OCP wants to foreclose on the whole city. So that's what is the basic plot. And RoboCop wants to get Nuke off the streets, but Kane's gang takes out RoboCop for a little bit, and OCP doesn't want to reassemble him for a while, and then they finally are convinced to do it for PR purposes because RoboCop is popular. So they, reassemble him, but they program him, and he's not the same. And here's where some of the humanity still comes back, is when there's a part where he's programmed and he's different, he's trying to be nice, he's not RoboCop, and he goes through some things like he is not right. And then this is where the movie really redeems itself in a lot of ways, because I remember I'm like, man, RoboCop is getting kicked down, and he's not looking the best here. He's not looking good. And then there's a part, I'm not giving too much away, where they're like, maybe we could shock the program out of his system, and then something clicks in him that humanity is still there, and he goes and finds like a little power grid for the building and just grabs it and shocks his programming out, and RoboCop returns. So the RoboCop we all know and love. So that returns, and he takes on Kane, who he did bust, and now Kane is eventually turned into RoboCop 2. And so they have a cool fight, and the robot here and the effects here are really cool, and it's just completely crazy, but very entertaining. So this movie, like a lot of sequels, doesn't live up to the original, but pretty damn entertaining, and I like popping it in. I enjoyed watching it last night. And now let's get into the picture and audio and picture quality. Picture quality, Shout Factory. I've always said they do amazing work, and this is no exception. This may be one of their best. It looks incredible. I didn't notice any flaws. It looks like it was shot yesterday, but still retains that natural look. I'm very pleased with it. This is a top 10 of this year for sure, in my opinion. Audio is also, I watched it in the 5.1 DTS. It's very good, very crystal clear. All the dialogue, all the gunfire and metal clanking and all that good stuff and car crashes sounds great. So you're going to get your money's worth as far as picture and sound. Shout Factory delivers for a very entertaining movie. I took the plunge. I know I'm a sucker, and you can call me on it in the comments because I was kind of critical of Shout Factory a few videos ago. But I did say I'd do business with them again. So I did kind of cover all my bases. But if you want to call me out on it, I get it. But I really wanted this artwork. This was a Shout Factory exclusive with artwork by Devin Whitehead. Look at that. That's just beautiful. And there's the back. And it came with the original slipcover that you can buy anywhere. You got this one, which is also nice. You get to see the reflection of the RoboCop 2 and RoboCop's reflection on his helmet. So all that cool stuff. So that's great. Also, when I took the upgrade, I got this sticker here. That's pretty cool. And I got a poster of the 2 slips that I also got. So I spent a lot of money, but I did get a pretty good deal here. I still spent too much, but overall I'm very happy. And from what I understand, these special features are ported over. You got the new 4K scan from the original negative, presented in Dolby Vision. That looks incredible. Audio commentary with Paul M. Salmon, and the audio commentary with the makers of RoboDoc, the creation of the RoboCop miniseries, and Corporate Wars, the making of RoboCop 2, Machine Parts, the FX of RoboCop 2, RoboFabricator, OCP Declassified, adapting Frank Miller's RoboCop 2, trailers and TV spots, and image galleries. So you got a lot of stuff. A lot of this was ported over from a previous Blu-ray Shout Factory did, but I've never watched them, so this was all worth it for me. I didn't get in all this. And I just recently, when I heard about this announcement, when Shout Factory announced it, I hadn't visited RoboCop 2 in a long time. I hadn't watched it in many, many years. And I remember the first time I watched it, I was disappointed because the original was so amazing. And this one is pretty damn good, though, and I was entertained. I've come to appreciate it more over the years. So, all in all, I think if you're a fan of RoboCop, definitely go with this. So, Shout Factory, once again, they deliver. So, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.